Hi, my name is Arnie Peterson from Awareness and Health, and I'm a hypnotherapist, an energy healer, and a mindfulness teacher. And today's episode, we're working on the main theme of anxiety and stress, understanding that and how to let it go. And today's episode, it's episode number 12, and it's on when we allow and accept life, then we are letting go of resistance, and anxiety and stress simply let go. We don't have to do anything when we're allowing life. The stress simply isn't there. And I want to talk about this in some ways that connect some of the other videos together a little bit. You might have seen some of these things I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about some new things today as well and explain what happens in this process in our subconscious mind. That quite often in life we're always having some goals of some sort, maybe in business or our work or our careers or in our relationships or life in general. We always seem to have some goals. We're wanting something. So we're trying to achieve something, acquire something, get something, find something, create something more. And we're always quite often trying to push away the things that we feel are in the way of that, the things that we don't want, the things that we don't like. And at the same time, things that we already have that we like, people and things that we quite often try and hold on to them so that we don't lose them. And so all of this is some sort of resistance. It's either a negative or a positive resistance. When we're pushing away things, it's a negative resistance. When we're holding on to things that we want, it's a positive resistance, something we're wanting to keep and hold on to. But when we're doing that, we're actually choking the life force energy in the present moment of what can really be. And I like this example of the sponge, that if we grab onto this sponge and we squeeze it really, really tight, and then we dip that into the water can't flow through this sponge. Energy can't flow through this sponge because there's too much resistance. We're clenching down onto it. So negatively or positively, when we're pushing things away or holding on to things, there's this resistance. And when we learn to allow, and I'm going to talk about how to do this at the end of the video, we simply allow life to be, and then energy life can move through us, and all of the muscles in our body, all of the emotions in our body, all of our thoughts, they become in a state of ease, which allows change to happen, which allows flow to happen. And so we're able to create things that we want to happen in life more. Our creative mind is now working for us. We're actually aligned with life. Now, I want to talk a little bit about our subconscious mind. It runs our emotions, it runs all of our long-term memory, everything we've ever experienced, all of our automatic body functions, involuntary body functions, and it runs our feelings, our thoughts, our emotions, and it's our illogical mind. And it also runs our survival systems. So in that, we've got the autonomic nervous system. Okay, so there are two systems in that I want to talk about today. One is the sympathetic nervous system, which is survival. It's actually diverting all of the energy in our body, available energy, to surviving. And then our parasympathetic system, nervous system, it is actually about thriving. It's about homeostasis when there is no danger. And what happens is we quite often get caught into the sympathetic system of the survival system, where that system is about surviving and the other system's thriving. And whether it's a real threat or a perceived threat, that system is turned on. If there is any threat of any kind, real or perceived, the sympathetic system is turned on. So if we're experiencing a lot of stress, a lot of worry, and we're holding on to things in life, we're trying to push things away, we're trying to get things that we don't have, we're actually in a state of not allowing life, not accepting life, and we're actually doing this. And that's actually turning on the switch to the sympathetic system, the survival system. And when that's turned on, all of our available energy from growth, from expansion, our creative mind, all of the energy of just feeling good and feeling relaxed, it all gets diverted into surviving. So anytime in life when we're tense, when we're not wanting something, we're resisting life, we're actually turning on, we're actually practicing turning on the sympathetic nervous system. And we were designed to actually turn that system on, but not for prolonged periods of time. We need to go back into homeostasis, into the parasympathetic system. And if we don't go back into that state, our body gets extremely stressed and our energy drops more and more. And our emotions start to match that lower, denser energy. And in a sense, our emotions start to take on survival on their own because we're not feeling good emotionally inside. And so these systems start making us feel not good, trying to get us to change and get us out of this danger of this repetition of being stuck in this loop of survival. And so if we want to change that, all we really have to do is accept and allow life. Accepting what happens. But we think, well, if I accept what I have in my life that I don't want, that'll make me stuck with all of that stuff. But the truth of the matter is, when we allow and accept things, we let go of the resistance, and then when we let go of the resistance, they can then let go without having to do anything. And it's the natural flow of the universe. When we align with life, when we allow life to be as it is and we accept it, we start seeing beauty and wonderful things. We see amazing things, and our emotions start raising up into higher vibrations. Now, accepting and allowing is really simple. All we have to do, really, is change the practice from being stressed, not wanting things, wanting to hold on to things, wanting to push things away, changing it from that, the not allowing state, into just allowing, just accepting. All we have to do is just practice every day some sort of a simple meditation practice, an awareness practice where we go into our body and we're just aware of the moment. We're just aware of what we're feeling right now. We're just there. We're just breathing. We're just feeling the inner state in our body, and our breathing begins to slow down. And when we accept and allow all of the physical sensations in our body, we actually turn off the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight system. We actually turn survival off. And as we breathe a little more and we start feeling just more at peace, and we're allowing whatever we're feeling, we're allowing the moment, we're actually practicing saying that it's safe. We're practicing homeostasis, and the parasympathetic system reactivates and it reboots back into our natural state of homeostasis, which is growth, which is expansion, where it's like getting deep sleep at night, where our body rebuilds and rejuvenates, and we have an excess of energy that builds up a surplus. The more we practice every day, taking a little bit of time here and there, practice getting into that natural state of allowing what we're feeling, allowing our body to just be here and being okay with just being still and experiencing that space within ourselves, that expansion, the space where we're not caught in thought, we're actually physically here in the body. Then we actually let go of that survival system, and now we're thriving. We're in homeostasis. And the more we practice that, the more our subconscious mind gets used to knowing where homeostasis is again, because quite often when we're stuck in regular stress, daily stress of stuff going on in life, we actually have this subconscious program that is actually focusing on stress, and we forget where homeostasis is. So this way we're actually rebooting the whole system back to our natural state of thriving, letting go of survival systems, and they're there for whenever we really need them, when there's a real survival situation. But it helps to let go of the perceived threat on day-to-day basis when there are stressful things happening. Okay, so I know that to some people this is a new thing, and it can be really hard to figure out how to meditate. So many people, they sit down, it's like, I just can't meditate, my mind just won't turn off. It's really, really helpful, and I needed the help from people to figure out to learn how to meditate myself. And I was very fortunate of where I figured out how to do this. And it's really important, if we want to reboot our system back to homeostasis, that we find that time of peacefulness, of allowing, of accepting some sort of a meditative awareness practice. So below I've got a link. You can go to my website for some free videos, and there's one in particular, and it's starting an awareness practice, a real simple awareness practice that is really easy to do, to just focus on our breathing and our body, and it'll help to bring you back into that homeostasis. And I have a little bit more information if you want to go further than that, some more information beyond that with another link towards to a workshop that I'm doing next month on November 17th, Sunday, that really takes this stuff to a much higher level. But for now, I want to just leave you with that. And next episode, I'm going to be tying everything together in this whole series of the stress and anxiety. And I'm going to be then tying all of that together, all of these last 6 videos, tying them together with that, finishing this main theme, and then we're going to move on the next time to another theme. So you're going to really get a lot from next week, so join me then. And for now, have a really wonderful day.